Sorry about that, guys. My phone ran out of storage, but it's my neighbor Nick. We're buddies now. He really tries his best to get me as many accounts as possible in the neighborhood. He got me one right across the street, and 2 or 3 other ones just on his street. So, really, one key thing is to know people. You gotta know the right people. You gotta know other landscapers to sub out if you can't do the work. So I'll get back to how I got started story. So, in about May of 2011, I went and bought this. Wait. In the spring of 2011, I borrowed one of the Vikings for like a few months, just because I can. It stayed at my house all the time. And, I did my spring cleanups with that. Did some lawns. I had about 8 lawns then. Then I went out and I bought this. I saw this at my dealer. Walked in. I just loved it. Had like 110 hours. Now it has 308. Almost 309. But, got it used for a fairly good price. But, so yeah, you really gotta know people. And you can't just buy stuff right away. You have to work your way up, like Brendan said. I didn't exactly start out with this, but it was my first big purchase. Then actually, the first day I got this, I actually used to have a Ryobi trimmer, like Sherman's old one. And, I had it right across here. And, I was going through a little area in my neighbor's yard. And I had my foot on the Ryobi holding it there. And I actually broke, like, the head off. Not off, but it bent, like, where the handle is and stuff. So then, next day I got that 326. My grandpa actually bought me that. But, so yeah, it's okay to get help from some people at first. But, you can't expect it all the time. Like, he bought me that, and he bought me my 150 BT, which is one of my Husky backpack blowers. But the rest of my shit I bought myself. Actually, not that one. My dad's work paid for that. He, like, brought it home, and yeah, he never got it back. So, but yeah, let's see what else. The Ariens, my dad's work bought. My dad upgraded his snow blowers. He gave he had like 3 or 4 other ones. Gave them away to his friends and stuff. And then I got one of them. I got the Ariens. And, but yeah, so I just kept getting accounts, and I just started. I didn't even try after that. Like, I have like 30 accounts now. So, I didn't even try to get like half of them, more than half of them. Once I had like 10 or 15, I stopped trying. And they just kept coming to me. Just because, I have pretty good advertising though. Just this trailer. That's all I do for advertising pretty much. So when I have this on my mower, I drive around, people see it, they stop me, they call me. It's pretty visible, and I'm the only one in this fucking area that rides around on one of these, so, well, as far as I know at least. But you gotta start small. Don't go out and buy one of these right away. It'll take you a while to make your money back. I've definitely made my money back on this. Double, triple, I don't even know, but, so yeah, you gotta know what to buy, what's most important to buy. You gotta know what not to buy, such as in brands. And even just like stuff you just don't need. Don't buy unnecessary shit just because you want it. You might think you'll use it, but you don't really use it that much. That's kind of like what I did with this. I wanted this. I bought it. It's a hedge trimmer. I do use it. I haven't even made my money back on it yet, even what I paid. But, it's just something that you need to have, kind of. You don't need to have one of these at first, but if you plan on doing a lot of hedge trimming jobs, you'll need one of these. But otherwise, one of these right here, that's fine. You could get on a ladder with one of those and do what one of these can, basically. You don't need to start out with a nice trimmer like this. You don't need to have a second one as a backup. Actually, this is my backup. But, you just gotta know what's important. Don't like, shit, it's beat up. But, just watch your spending. Don't go out and buy $10,000 worth of stuff to start out. I know you won't have the money for that anyways, but as soon as you make money, unless you need something, don't go buy one of these. Okay? And so yeah, don't go buy one of those $500 climbing saws, one of those $500-$600, big saw. If you have stuff, use it until you can't anymore. Or if you're just too big to, like your company is too big to use that stuff, like it's just not efficient anymore. One other thing is don't get too big, especially if you're just in high school, like me, or even middle school. Basically right now, I work, not right now, but in the mowing season, I work 6 days a week. I take Sundays off mostly to hang out with my friends. So, but it takes a lot of time, especially if you have a bunch of different kind of jobs. Your friends, well, I don't know, they won't like it. They'll just, you have to make time for them and family and everything. You can't just do all this. It's just not good. You'll lose friends and then whatever. But so yeah, I try to make time for them. That's really one of the most important things to me. Like some of my chick friends, I just like that's like the only reason I take Sundays off for them. But like with my guy friends, like Will and James, they can come fucking work with me, and that's hanging out. And Matt, James, he's not really a worker, but if I need him, he'll fucking work. But so yeah, you gotta know when to stop, and you just gotta. There's a lot to. It's more work than you think. It's not just cutting lawns. There's more to it. You gotta be really careful when you're trimming by a house. You don't want to break a window when you're going by a house with a snowblower. I've broken a window with my snowblower. Luckily, it was at a house that my friend's dad takes care of. James's dad, actually. And, so yeah, he didn't really care. But you have to know where, you have to know, like, every single fucking thing that's going on. You have to look around a lot. You have to, see that chute right there? If that's pointed towards, like, basement window, I could easily break it. You have to, there's a lot of safety hazards and stuff. Not only for yourself, but for people's property, because they can sue you. So yeah, like this right here, it's not mine. Right now, I don't have a use for a push. I don't have enough work to buy a push blower. Well, I have a lot of leaf jobs, but the way that I do them, I don't just blow them to the curb and then the town picks them up. I have to take them away myself, and I don't have a leaf loader yet, so that wouldn't benefit me. So if you need to borrow stuff, borrow it if you know people. Once again, back to knowing people. You have to know other landscapers. You could even work with them. I've done that before. I've worked with tree guys and stuff. It's working for them definitely isn't the same kind of money that you make working for yourself. So I can make up to like $100 an hour doing lawns when I'm only making 15 working for one of those guys. But experience, you know, you have to have some experience. You can't just I know a lot of kids do it just for the money, but if you're on YouTube and you're doing this, it's clearly not just for the money. Maybe for one or two of you, but I don't do this just for the money. I just like to do this stuff. I like to buy stuff for landscaping. As you can see, I have a lot of shit. I'm actually going to be selling the Metro in the spring or something to Pro Landscaper 228. Also, yeah, selling shit. Don't sell it if it works fine and for what you need, and just so you can buy something else. Because, well, that's basically what I'm going to do. But I don't use this that often. I've only used this to cut 2 lawns when I actually had to. One was for a 36-inch gate, and the other was because the ground was like really wet, and I just didn't want to get my laser stuck. So, and then I used it for plowing some leaves at one house. So this machine it's not even worth having. Like, I just don't use it. So, like, you know. So, yeah, like this leaf plow. If I give Joe the mounting bracket with the Metro, I don't even need that. So, you know. Also, do not list services that you cannot do. I've actually done that before when I first started. We weren't, you know, we didn't know what we were doing really. So like I had like tree jobs and stuff, like tree removal, all that shit. I didn't even have a chainsaw. My dad's work did, but I wasn't even allowed to use it. So, you know, you really gotta think about what you really can and what you really can't do. So like, you can't do brush removal jobs without a truck or a chipper. Like, at least you have to have a truck to do stuff like that. You don't need one just for mowing. It's good to have, but still. Just know what you can and can't do. You have to really think about it. Actually, it's not that much to think about, but like, just based on the equipment you have, and just figure it out by that. Don't say you're gonna, like a small contractor for like, maybe, they're just like a home improvement contractor, and they don't really do much building. They're not gonna say they can build you a house. It's just not, you know. But like, don't even look at a job that you know you can't do.